Look what we got!
Nice. Good job, Lisa.
We got the
That's the
board
first thing
back.
right you've done all year. Good job. I kid because I care. Jeez, don't get all pissy already.
I want to know the first thing Tom's done.
Shark Tales.
With Andy.
Forgot the woo woo.
Oh, sorry. So we're here at Tulare, California for Trophy Cup 30. Is this the 30th?
29.
Oh, 29.
I only know it's Monday because it's Monday Night Football on
Yes,
TV
we're
right
watching
now.
Monday Night Football. So if we seem very disenchanted in our show, it's not because we don't like our viewers. It's because we like
Because you
football
love the Cowboys.
No, we don't like the Cowboys. 49ers,
Jimmy does.
baby. Even though
Jimmy
they lost.
does.
Even though they lost last night, yesterday.
They don't have a kicker.
Oh man, the kicker missed twice. But anyways, I digress. So we've been down here all weekend because you ran Hanford,
Ran Hanford on Friday.
which was the remake from the disastrous
Man,
cancellation.
we should have been gambling Friday night. I was 777 all night long.
Well, now you just gave away exactly what we were going to talk about. How you did.
That's all we need to know. I qualified 7th, finished 7th in both mains. I was the 7th best person that night.
Out of 18
Eight
cars.
cars.
Out of 18
Out of eight
cars.
cars.
Better than 50%, barely.
Well, I'll give them credit. We at least got to race. The track was good enough to not get canceled.
Yeah, apparently the well was working. They had the water truck working. Track was juiced up. Never did
It
quite.
was wet,
kind of.
yeah.
Never did quite
Yeah.
slicking up like I know they would have preferred. But no, we got the race in.
My opinion of the track was it was basically perfect. Everything seemed pretty good. Nothing was too gnarly, but it did need to burn in some more.
Right.
And that's coming from the guy who loves a wet
Just-
hook 'em up track.
So it's really funny because like I was thinking as I was getting out to the first main, and like track's pretty juiced up, just kind of one lane, super fast. I'm like, man, Andy's here and he's not racing. I bet he's glad he's not racing. But what was your opinion?
I was wishing I was racing.
Yeah, so I probably should have got out of my fire suit and gave it to Andy so he could have raced.
Your
'cause
suit doesn't fit me. I would have looked like a little
he would have
kid
been
in your suit.
He would have been swimming in my
Yeah.
seat too.
And your seat's too big for my
Yeah,
little tiny
'cause
cracker ass.
He has no childbearing hips, is what his problem is.
I weighed 158 pounds before Trophy Cup week, and I bet you I'll gain 10 pounds this week.
I am 30 pounds more than this guy. It's ridiculous.
It's all in the wiener. big old freaking Trophy Cup balls of yours.
Yeah, Mrs. Shark loves it.
Okay, well, back to not Trophy Cup, back to Hanford. Let's talk
Back to
Hanford. I feel like they could have just said, you know what? We're going to send all you guys out, the 360s, the 305s, and let's spend 20 minutes
Okay.
just stirring the bottom up. Let's just fling this shit off because we knew we were in trouble early.
Yeah. So I don't know if Dave and Laurel, they're kind of like
Damn.
Dan
sorry, Dan and Laurel, they're kind of.
How many of
Dan
these have
is
you had already
the
tonight?
DOC at
A lot.
from NARC. He usually is in the infield for hot laps. I'm not sure if he was there, but he was kind of telling everybody, guys, we're done with the top. Start packing the bottom. But as soon as I got out there, I was only out there for a few laps, and they said, NARC, go ahead and pull off the track, get ready for hot laps. But we needed to work the bottom in a lot longer.
To me, it's not even a pack the bottom; it's a fling the bottom off. You need to disperse all that goo and grease off the track.
But you gotta like pack it in, and then I mean the sun, like it's late in the year.
We're short days now.
Yes, so the sun's already setting, so the sun's not gonna cook it up like it normally does to help dry it
Bake
out.
it, yeah.
So yes, but we still needed to pack it, and yes, I agree. They did tell us, let's do one lap around the bottom and then run the rest.
Not going to do a damn thing. Come on.
Just the way that they had water on the track. You're right. We needed to hot lap the bottom more in, and then kind of move around the track. But I mean, so is that the DOC's like job?
I think so. I mean, the track crew, the track guy. There's probably got to be about 4 or 5 people that kind of look around and be like, okay, we got to address this.
We're way too juiced up on the bottom.
Yeah.
We need to work this in.
And let's do
So
it
it can
now.
be
Let's do
race
it now
ready.
before the night even starts.
That is the time to do it. You're right. Not after qualifying's done and then it's like heat race
So
time.
they worked on the track before your heat race, and they
Right.
sent you out to go run your heat race.
No, they sent us out to wheel pack.
Oh,
and
did they
then-
tell you that over the race here?
Yes,
Okay,
they
because
sent
I
us-
run up in the grandstands and I'm farting around on my phone waiting for you guys to get done. I look up and you're not even on the track anymore.
So they went out and said, okay, guys, we need you to pack the bottom. We might give you a few laps to buzz the bottom.
Cowboys are going to score a touchdown. Oh, no, he didn't make it.
Oh, Tony Pollard's
Go
not
ahead.
fast enough. So pack the bottom. We're going to give you a few laps to buzz it up, and then we'll send you back out to make sure that there's enough fuel in your car, basically. So I think they even pushed out the guys who had showed up for Heat 2, also put them out there. So when
All hands on deck.
Yeah, so when we came in to or to get fuel in the car, they stayed out there and buzzed the track even more. But
Yeah, I was thoroughly confused.
yeah, but it didn't really
It
matter.
didn't help.
Yeah,
And the
because
mud that was on your car for the heat race pack and hot lap
Yeah.
was still very
it
wet.
was juiced
Wet.
up. So
So,
can we tell them what you told the track prep guy during the second main?
yeah,
It
so
was
Zach
really
Miller.
funny. I thought it was like, oh, too soon, buddy, too soon.
So yeah, they had the split 20s, 20 lap main, intermission, 20 lap main. Everybody stopped on the infield, and Zach Miller goes, "Hey, how come you're not racing tonight?" And I said, "Because the track guy here is an idiot," which is him.
And I'm like, too soon, Andy, too soon.
Tom knows I'm just screwing with him. Him and I, we talk all the time about track prep and this and that. And I really think the track prep was good. They had a lot of issues to address and fix, and that was all done.
Yeah, the hump in 1 wasn't necessarily there after
The hump in 3 seemed a little bit eviler than I remember.
It was
being.
weird, yeah. Like, I mean, it's hard to say it was even like a hump, but basically there's like this wave getting into 3. Like, in hot laps, I was not prepared for it. Like, I mean, I should probably do a better job of cinching up my belts and everything. But for hot laps, I'm just kind of in there casually and cruising around.
You could fall out of your car. You know that does happen.
I've never seen it happen. Anyways,
I have.
Going down turn 3, I start hopping and I like jump out of the seat and like start moving around. I'm like, oh, I need to cinch myself down more. So like, there's this weird wave.
you didn't watch Chili Bowl
getting
this year?
3. I watched it with you, bro.
You didn't see nobody fall out of their car at Trade Bowl?
Old guy thing, you don't cinch your belts down, so don't for hot lap?
Probably. I
Hey.
also don't wear a Hans device either, so
That's smart.
I think it's smart
Hey,
too.
so my dad actually stopped from running somebody over at Calistoga who had fallen out of his car, and they put him to the back because he was involved with the crash. So you know what that tells me? Next time somebody falls out of the car in front of me,
Don't get up.
I'm running you over so I don't lose my spot.
Andy.
You never would.
No, it's just instinct. It's like hitting yourself. You could never really hit yourself. So if somebody was in the traffic,
Let's try,
in front of you, you would.
I
stop.
dare you.
Stop it.
Well, so, yeah, 7th in the A, both times. That's it.
3 sevens.
There's
Didn't
Virtual
win
up.
any money.
Vertulo has a question.
what's
Oh,
up,
Dave?
Oh shoot, it went away.
Dave or
Hold on.
Debbie?
Dave.
I wish it was. I hope it's Debbie.
She might have texted him on the couch next to him to ask a question because they do that. That's how they communicate in their living room. They text each other when they're sitting on.
That's good. They know how to
Yeah.
talk to each other. I like that idea. That's a good
What
idea.
are you going to do for the next couple of days?
Me?
Drink.
Jello shots.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Party foul, sorry.
What are you doing here?
Wow.
This is why we don't
That's why you have. That's why you have closed sets.
Where'd you come from?
Good God!
Who invited that guy?
What the hell? Nobody.
Nobody. I'm out of water.
Typically,
Okay, don't walk this way.
typically on Shark Tales, we talk about gossip and drama, but there's really none going on right now.
Yeah,
Nothing.
everything's pretty copacetic in the racing community, so yeah.
That's the end of our show.
So I guess that's it.
Not. So yeah, let's talk about the drama and the
So I'm not on social media. My daughter
Yeah, we got to fill this guy in on everything.
Yeah, my daughter just got Instagram, so now I'm on Instagram just to kind of
really?
see what she's posting and who she's following and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, you technically are.
Well, I know,
So,
but that's a race car thing.
I
I'm not
don't-
into it.
Ever know kind of what the heck's going on?
His shoulder's not in the focus anymore.
But
Now you're-
Andy and my wife, they're on Facebook. Are you on Twitter as well?
I
X,
literally
whatever it's called
Twitter,
now?
Twitter X, just the post race car stuff. I don't really pay attention to it. So here's what we're getting at. Dominic Scelzi and Ashton Torgerson, aka Fallout Boy's dad, who we're now going to call Fallout Dad, they're going at it on Facebook. And so Lisa sends me a snapshot. Well, let's back up even further. At Fall Nationals, Fallout Boy sort of kind of caused the crash, and we didn't really throw him under the bus. We kind of thought, that type of thing happens. Dom posted a kind of a public service announcement about young drivers, show respect, don't swerve around, yada, yada, yada. Fallout Dad did not appreciate that, so he posted something exactly like Dom, but it replaced everything referring young people to old fat drivers. So, which I thought was about us, and I'm thinking, well, why is he mad? We're not fat. We're old and decrepit and has-beens, absolutely, but we're not fat. Lisa goes, no, you idiot. He's talking about Dominic Scelzi. I'm like, oh, okay. So now Fallout Dad and Dom are going at it on Facebook and Twitter about old drivers versus young drivers, and young drivers being respectful, and old drivers being decrepit.
Washed up.
So here's what I think. Right here now is when we call out all the young punks, all the old punks, everybody we hate to race with, we're calling you out by name right now. Go.
I don't have a problem with anybody.
Sean is uncomfortable
my
for this
problem.
conversation
I know,
right now,
like,
anyways, and you say go.
You go first.
Can I start?
No, we
Yes.
don't want to piss anybody else off. I already pissed
No. This
everybody
is
off
funny.
with my nicknames.
This is funny because Dom
I'm just kidding.
Dom ran
Don't
the
call
35
anybody.
car. Like, how many years ago did Dom run the 35 car?
Well, you're asking us. You tell us.
It's probably been 4.
Oh, it's been longer than that.
Oh, really? 4
It's
years
been a long
since
time.
Dom? Yeah.
And I remember him coming and doing pill draw, and I said, okay, please do not run into Sean tonight. And he's like, Lisa, I'm so sorry.
Like
There's
Dan-
like a magnet. It was like 3 races in a
Dan
row or
Monoff,
something.
Like, is like.
Dom was running into you.
Yes.
What a
Yeah,
jerk.
Dan Monoff has been my car owner for a long time, but I also race for other people, so he still wants to race. So he would always hire other drivers. Dominic Scelzi was one of his drivers that he drove for multiple times, and it always seemed like when Dom raced the 35 and I was in the same race, we were either in the same heat race or in the main event. We're battling for position, and we were always hitting each other. It was just
What a dickhead.
one of those. It was just one of those things. Like we
Dom,
couldn't get away from each other.
You can't call out young kids.
I
for
think he
running
was
people
young
over.
though when that happened. He's
And be
old
running
now,
people
and he's
over?
26.
He's not old
He
anymore.
keeps saying he's old.
We
He's only
keep-
26.
We keep calling this guy
Wait till you're
old.
47.
He's 26.
Then you'll
He's
know what
not
old is.
old.
You
He's
need
not
glasses
old.
to read your phone at this age. Well, actually, Dom has glasses now, so maybe he really is.
Maybe
like
he's
an
onto
old soul,
something.
Yeah,
But let's
and
talk.
he is fat. Let's give Fallout Dad credit. I mean, he did say Dom was fat. I mean, Dom, you gotta fucking slim down, buddy. You can't be old and fat. You can be 26 and fat, but us fat ain't gonna cut it. We gotta be slim and trim, ready to rock and
Yeah,
roll. So
like, if-
you better stay off them taco trucks.
Like we're kind of Andy's in the mix. I'm not really in the mix anymore. But if I was old and fat, I would definitely not be in the mix. I would be
out of the mix.
I would be like messing up the leaders when they're lapping me in the mix, kind of thing.
So, in case you haven't caught on, there's now a young gun bonus put up by Torgerson.
Yeah.
Anybody
under
under 20. So it's basically the whole damn field at Trophy Cup. And then Westmar and Shaver put up a bonus for anybody over 35.
People should.
Which is
People
basically
should post.
two drivers.
People should post. Like, what do you think the average age is?
Yeah, we're gonna try
of
and figure out the
field
average
for
age.
Trophy Cup, because I'm very, very curious. Because
12.
it's got to be.
12.
I bet Dom is like
I bet it's
below
average.
average.
Above average.
You think
No.
he's above average?
26?
Above average.
I think he's below
for
average.
trophy cup.
I counted 8 of you that I
Oh,
think are over 35.
Okay. He's probably
Yes.
above average.
I bet it's
Right,
23.
But 26 above average is insane.
I bet it's
Like that's so young.
I bet it's
Insane
23 to
in the
25.
membrane.
Okay, how many
Insane
times?
in the brain.
45.
They don't know what you're talking about. They're all average
They don't know
23.
That was in the 90s. That
Yeah.
song
That
was in the
in the
1900s.
1900s.
You can't say that song.
I want to know.
You just lost half your audience.
Yeah.
Back when I started racing, we towed uphill both ways in the snow.
No.
I think I've used that one before. I can't use it again.
Yeah.
I think you used it a lot.
That means I used a covered wagon.
Well, yeah, your arch rival was Ben Hur. You and Ben Hur used to go out of Auburn Speedway. That's my dad over there. Pan over.
Hi, Richard.
Hey.
Oh, I don't know if I can.
Hey, that's the
Someone broke my camera.
Is that Speedy Turtle? The fastest turtle?
That, Super Turtle.
Super Turtle! Woohoo!
Hey,
That's a
he
legend
won.
right
He won
there.
non-wing races at Calistoga. He won NARC races with the wing.
With neck rolls.
He won on the pavement
Without
at
neck
Roseville,
rolls.
on the dirt at Roseville.
Guy's
He's been
a
there,
stud
done
right
that.
there.
Won at West Capitol. Not too many guys won at West Capitol and Calistoga.
That's awesome.
They didn't make the transition. But anyways, so I think this whole age thing is really intriguing because all of a sudden somebody 26 years old is being considered
Old, right. So Troy, I remember like in 05, I was in with the 10 team, like the first time away from my own home, like family owned team, basically.
hired driver,
Hired driver for the first time.
professional hired driver.
And Troy Hennig kind
Have
of
you ever been a hired driver?
Flat Out Magazine, remember that? Like
Yeah, I was
Flat
going
Out
to say, what was the
Magazine-
magazine that did
Flat
that
Out
article?
Magazine had a big article for Young Guns, and
Twenty-
Young Guns at that point was 25
Top
and younger.
25, under 25.
Wow.
Basically, so Troy Hennig did a big write up on me being a young gun in California.
And how old were you at that time?
24. So
Now
now
it's old
Dom
gun.
is 26 and old washed up has been. It's like ridiculous, so
Who
ridiculous.
just won here last week.
He's kind of good.
Dom won on
Dom's-
Saturday. That was
Dom's
a good race.
pretty
The guy
good.
got juiced up
He's
in
kind of a
traffic. That
stud.
was interesting. It was Dom, Corey Day, and TK. And the track was a little bit fast and narrow here.
Yeah, it
and
was
it
hard
was
to
kind of like
pass.
reminiscent of Petaluma, where it's like, oh, it's fast in one lane and nobody's passing. But then it
But
gets
then
into
it
traffic
got
and it's like,
traffic,
holy
and it
shit,
got
this is
interesting
insane.
for a couple laps.
And Dom made a couple moves that were really cool and got him the win. So
Yeah.
that was an entertaining race in my opinion.
It was.
The mini stocks were entertaining in my opinion. I thought that was a cool race
I
too.
didn't get to see those.
That was good. So yeah, I mean, this is great. I mean, I think Fallout Dad did kind of stick his foot in his mouth with that post. I mean, everybody was definitely against him on Facebook. I guess that's as viral as I've seen anything racing related go. You wouldn't know. You know what viral means?
Yes, I know what
Okay.
viral means.
Anyways, I mean, it was, you could not get on Facebook and not see people posting, and it was good. And now I think Dom's put out some shirts about
Old Shady Acres, like
So, yeah.
retirement homes.
Is this Shark Tales presented by Shady Acres?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, you guys could
and he's
be.
going to donate everything to
if
the
Dom's
Benevolent
Shady
Fund.
Acres, you and I are Dark Ages. I mean, that's where it's at.
Yeah, buy a shirt because it all goes to the Benevolent Fund.
Yeah, so Dom did make some kind of jokingly old timer, decrepit driver shirts that all the money is going to be donated to the NARC Benevolent Fund.
Awesome. Good
Well
job, Dom.
done. Well done, Dom.
Very good.
So yeah, that's it. I don't know what else dramatic happened on Facebook this week. I mean,
I feel like that's been it.
it's been just full of Dom versus Fallout Boy.
Yeah,
Wait till tomorrow.
I know.
He did do
Yeah.
a nice speech though at Hanford and said like the kids whose parents got mad about this, like they're good kids.
So the kids are good.
Yep.
Sometimes
So I think
dads
it's
get
kind
a
of
little
gotten,
excited.
but I think it's kind of gotten ironed out, right? Like now it's kind of turned into a joke, sort of.
Yes, so it kind of, I felt like it was in
Don't spill your snack.
in that process of like kind of getting ironed out. Apparently there was a post to Dom saying, "Hey, we're still cool, bro.
Good luck tonight or something.
Good
like
luck."
that, yeah.
And then now there's a bonus for the youngest finishing.
Bonus for the oldest.
Yeah, a bonus for the youngest finishing.
So it's still
point guy.
going, still going.
But
for a good cause, I guess, because
Yeah.
hey, we're selling shirts to raise money for NARC,
Yep.
and there's more money going to somebody super young that does good, and
Yeah.
somebody super old that does good.
Also, there is money for an old guy.
That's
Yeah,
what we were talking
that's
about.
the
Okay, I know
Westmar
you guys
Shaver
were
deal.
talking about it.
Well,
I didn't
it's
know
a
if
part,
they.
right? What is it?
Oh, I thought it was the
Gear drive.
oh,
Gear
it's
drive.
just the gear drive. Okay, Shaver Westmar is donating the gear drive, so
But it's valued at $825. So I think I counted 7 or 8 drivers that will be eligible for that.
that's really crazy. Out of approximately 80,
Because 35 is not old,
that are
right?
going to show up, there's going to be approximately 10 drivers eligible for a 35 and over award.
Yeah.
When this used to be a sport basically based of 35 and older gentlemen.
Right. Like, yeah. Because when I started, me being 24, I was considered a young gun
Okay.
at that point. So,
You didn't start at 24.
right. I was 4 years into it.
But when he was starting to get good, he was considered
Right.
a threat as a young gun at 24.
Well, it was interesting. Like,
What are you doing?
Creeper
Dylan.
coming behind you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Is that considered a non-photo bomber if you don't get in the picture?
That was Darren. That was Darren, by the way.
Where's mine?
Robin Banks all whacked off of Scooby Snacks.
So these are drinks that we got at
Cabo.
Cabo, yes.
Cancun's next
They were called
month.
Scooby Snacks at PJ and Ryan's wedding, and somehow Leslie has figured out how to make them.
Well, at least
Tell them what
Leslie
it
did a
is.
Good job.
It's Midori,
Midori,
Midori.
Malibu,
Malibu.
rum,
Malibu rum.
pineapple
cream.
juice, and sour cream.
Yeah, she put sour cream in these. Anyways, guess what? You're winning that gear drive this weekend.
Let's do this, Andy.
If you listen
Driver
to
coach.
everything I tell you to do, okay. What did I already gave you one tip today. What was it? Do you remember? I'm testing you.
Yes.
I
What
do.
was it?
First lap, first corner. Get on the wheel. Get on the gas.
Yeah, you got to be a freaking animal.
Let's go.
I mean, if you got to drink milk and like squish it out of your mouth so you look like you're foaming at the mouth, if that's what it takes. I need a fucking rabid dog on lap 1.
All right, Andy. You got it, coach.
Okay.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready
Okay.
to go.
Did you bring 3 fire suits this weekend?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
We have to wash one.
Oh, come on, man.
We used it on Friday.
All right. Well, you have to have new stuff on every night.
I have news.
Feel good.
I didn't.
Hey.
I didn't bring a third
Wait a
set of
minute.
underwear.
They have
So
a
we're gonna have
washer
to wash
and
our
dryer.
underwear.
All right.
They
well,
have
Oh
a
yeah,
washer and
we gotta
dryer.
wash it. We
Hey,
gotta wash one.
Jerry
We're
Rice.
set up.
Jerry
We're
Rice
set
used to
up.
go in at halftime and
Does
change
it work?
uniforms. He would have to look
He
good,
said
feel
everything
good.
worked today.
Well, it works. He just doesn't know how to run it.
Right.
That hurt.
Stuck in
That
there.
really
Said
hurt.
that.
Pat will be here.
Everything worked.
Pat
on
will
there.
be here. It'll work.
Okay.
Pat will be here
That's
by
good.
then.
Did he tell you I invited him to the booth this year? I said I want him to come up for heat races and see how much more I do than just hit enter.
Ooh, you gonna do that?
The computer's got a button. You put the mouse on the arrow thing goes up there, and it has a big icon. It says score. And when your icon gets on the score, you push enter, and boom, everything's done.
When
I'm
the
tired
I-
of hearing her tell us how hard she works.
So Sanders has no reason to be complaining about.
Well, he got mad at me last year.
We had issues at Fall Nationals last week, questioning on scoring. The computer blew up simultaneously as a split yellow. It was a freaking disaster.
Well, you're just lucky Garcia
and then,
wasn't there.
And then I guess Bud confronted Justin at Hanford, even though Bud wasn't supposed to park on the front stretch because he wasn't in the top 3.
Okay.
Bud had issues with Sanders, so they had it out on
So
the front stretch.
me being,
What?
I was
Saturday?
Yeah,
Yeah, Saturday,
Apparently, that was an issue.
and I
like,
missed that because I was running back to be a good crew guy. And I missed the 305 fight because I went out on the track to look at the
305
track.
fight?
Yeah, parked right next to us. These two guys went
Yeah,
at
they
it.
didn't even. Know, I didn't know either.
Supposedly one guy bit a chunk out of this guy's back.
What?
I missed it all.
Yeah, 305.
I feel like you guys
It gets
have literally
serious.
skipped over all the awesome shit and went
We're
like,
getting to it.
Yeah,
no,
this is
that
good.
was.
Keep going.
We're still Friday. We're talking about Trophy Cup. This happened last Friday.
you didn't
Yeah,
say
it was a
word
bummer.
about any of
I
that.
love a good fight, and I missed it going out to look at the track. And none of these guys gave a shit. They were all watching the fight.
Just, yeah.
Bumgarner, you, Bjork.
No,
Amy.
I didn't see it.
Well, where were you?
I was studying the track. I was trying to be a good racer and like, okay, seeing where the lines are developing
Okay, so we
and
both
everything.
did our
So
job there.
yes,
Good job.
we were doing our job. And I came back and there was already officials there and they were separating people at that point.
And they wouldn't leave. The crews wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
It was funny. They wanted to fight.
So they
More.
were fighting, and then they were broken up, and guys were giving the like Triple H, like WWE sign, like come bring it. Like it was entertaining, very much so. But
Robert said if you win, you're not supposed to wash anything. I'm going to veto you, Robert.
Oh, you gotta look good,
Robert.
smell good.
Ew.
Robert Peterson?
Yeah.
Come on, PJ Media Dad. That's not how we roll.
No, when you're kissing trophy girls, like you gotta smell somewhat decent.
Yeah.
You can't be
Oh.
leaking.
Trophy girls, I know she's not one this year, but congratulations to Ryan
Gabby,
and Gabby.
yes.
They had their baby.
Baby number 2,
Oh,
right?
she
Yeah.
didn't have
Baby
one of
number
those
2.
16-month COVID babies?
She told us at a softball game, she
Congrats,
said, I'm going to
Ryan.
be at
Congrats,
Trophy
Gabby.
Cup. And I said, when's your due date? And she said, October 23rd. And I said, that's like Monday after Trophy Cup. She goes, yeah. I said, honey, you're not going
So
to
does that
Trophy
mean she's
Cup.
coming?
I don't know. She had the
Well,
baby
at this point, yeah,
yesterday, right? Or today?
Hey, let me ask you this. Is Tank Slappers missing any tournaments this week?
Oh,
or-
there's a game tomorrow.
I'm missing a game tomorrow, but Ryan Riley will be there. But it was funny, like Colby Copeland sent a text out like, "Hey, anybody else missing? We know Ryan Bernal might be on the IR for the time being, but anybody else gonna miss time." So I think they're good for yeah,
Tomorrow.
yeah, they're
Yes, tomorrow.
good for tomorrow.
Okay. Have we talked about enough drama?
Yeah, let's
If,
drink
you,
some
if
more
this
Jello
if this
shots and
if
go
this
night-night.
Fallout Boy versus Dom thing is news to you, just go on Facebook or Twitter. It is all over there, and you will have at least an hour and a half of good reading, entertaining reading.
And so I threw this out to Andy, like, we need to get together, like, almost, I think, like, every Sunday. Like, because usually we used to race
And break
all
it-
the time
break it down.
together. And lately, like, you'd be at Placerville and I'm at
We're
a
never
dark
on the
race
same
or
night,
something.
yeah.
So we've been separated quite a bit this year. Like, next year, maybe, like, every weekend we should get on, like, that Discord app that I was talking about. It's like a little Zoom app or whatever.
Okay.
And just like, hey,
A
how was your
pool
weekend?
party.
How was your weekend? And then
And is
me,
that broadcast to the world?
well, like we can like record that video and like post it to Lisa's
No,
YouTube
we don't.
video
Lisa
or whatever.
does.
Yeah,
She's
Lisa
the
can
smart
produce
one.
it, but like I'm not on Facebook. You always are. You always kind of seem to know
I know everything.
what's going
Yeah,
on
I'm so smart.
in the racing world, and I'm just kind of oblivious to everything. And like I get excited. Oh, that's kind of juicy gossip, right
old
there.
news, old news.
Yeah,
you
you
know.
already know. Yeah, like I'm a month behind, so maybe we need to do that on a weekly basis next year.
All right. If we're still racing,
Kind of sounds like a lot of work for
they
me.
might just outlaw old people from driving. If this is, I mean, if
It
26
might be.
old,
I know what is considered
If-
old, though.
Yeah,
26.
yeah,
We're ancient.
ancient.
You know what, though? I
If
think
Don's
that's-
old, we're ancient.
It's really just a California thing. I really don't think the average age of racers across the country
True.
is this young, and I'm using that. I'm saying that as a guesstimation. I'm just going off of what we have now from Cycleland,
Do you think
the
Larson?
carts, and the crowd. Yeah, and the
Do you-
Kyle Larson
Do
connection.
you think
from here.
Larson kind of started that
Heck
with
yeah.
getting emancipated?
Mm.
Because like I swear, like Dylan Bloomfield won like a couple weeks ago, and like it was super cool to hear, super awesome. Like
I
I'm a
wouldn't say
big
it was
Bertulo
that
fan.
goddamn cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Second.
somebody got second.
Second
to him.
sucks.
But like,
It'd be nice if he
awesome
wasn't racing.
for the
I would've
Bertulo
won.
family. I was happy for him.
Well, then
they were
Patsy
saying,
would've been
like-
right. Someone
but they were
fell
saying
out.
he's 17 years old.
Yeah, he's young.
I swear I've been like racing with him for 4 years now. So it's like
That's hilarious.
that's
you said
another
that.
14-year-old racing at that point.
That
then.
was when he started. Was 16. Wink, wink.
wink, wink. Basically,
Yeah, it's like,
if he's 17 years old,
I
like
really noticed it here a lot at Trophy Cup. It seems like, oh, here comes so and so, Robbie Price, 16-year-old Robbie Price.
wasn't he 16?
5
2
years,
ago?
5 years later, he's 16 years old. Robbie Price. I'm like, well, shit, he's been racing Trophy Cup for 4 years. How's he 16 still?
Right.
Hey, the stuff we do as parents to get our kids into big league 360 racing.
You just said us and parents in the same sentence.
This guy's a grandpa.
No, I'm not. Give me a break. That's fake news. Jesus Christ. End this
Yeah.
stupid show. End of the story.
We need more Scooby snacks. Let's go.
Do you know what I named
Trophy
it?
Cup. Trophy Cup.
2 more nights of fun. Oh, yeah. Well, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so 2 more nights, and then it's racing time. You have to be a good boy Wednesday. You can't be doing these Jello shots on Wednesday.
I won't do this Wednesday.
So we had a guesstimate of car count. You said 78,
79.
I said
79.
78.
You said 78.
He said
I just
79
wanted to be one
because
over
he
him.
wanted to be.
and I said 80.
Yeah,
Lisa
I mean,
says 80. What's your guys' guess?
what? How many registered? Do you know?
I don't know.
It's probably 90 something. Well,
But even like the
Weren't you
first
guys
conversation
looking
we were
over-
just having, and I'm going through the 35 and olders, and Kyle's listed on the Trophy Cup drivers, and I text him,
Kyle
and he's
Hurst,
like,
yeah.
"No, I'm not racing Landon and Rico." So then
Yeah,
Rico's
Rico
listed and
Abreu's
Kyle's
in one of the
listed, but
Tyner
Kyle's
Hurst
not.
cars. A lot
So-
of people do enter and then kind of have like that back in your back pocket, and then sometimes they just don't race. So, yeah, I mean, obviously for the Make-A-Wish, you want as many cars to enter as possible because that's just more entry fee money that goes directly to Make-A-Wish. But less is more sometimes.
Yes.
We don't necessarily need 103 cars.
so now I'm asking the scorer, like, well, if we have like a pretty small amount compared to what we've had in the past, like, should we be splitting qualifying then?
Yes,
Still?
yes.
So like with the points, I'm kind of it almost evens the points out.
Let me
I
ask
think
you.
points should combine.
How low of a car count do you need to do straight up qualifying? What would
Well,
it take?
right. Well, but what I'm saying is, like, if you draw early and go out early the first day, but if everybody's qualifying, because there was a time when the track changed dramatically
Man,
from
2 seconds almost.
yes, from the
Absolutely.
first guy to like mid of the field,
Yeah.
and then if you drew dead last, like, you're screwed. Like, you're going to be a non-qualifier guaranteed. It's not necessarily like that the last handful of years, I didn't think.
It seemed like all the tracks, for some reason, not just Tulare, but you could mold us all together in one big qualifying group, and it would be
I
relatively
think
fair.
so too. So if it's kind of relatively fair for everybody, why don't run the order that you drew the first night, then completely invert it the next night, and then the points are kind of like separated a little bit more.
What do you think about 2 completely separate nights?
Well, I've kind of-
Redraw. You're not in the same group as the people that you were in the week before.
I don't know about
or
the,
the night
whole
before.
redraw thing because everybody's very sensitive. Of like,
count-
I drew early, so I'm screwed, and then I
Count
drew
both
early again the
nights.
next day. Now I'm screwed again. So
Oh, wow.
no, you drew
If
early.
you draw early both nights in a row at Trophy Cup, though, you should be happy.
Well, right. Say okay.
I
Fine.
drew
late.
late.
Sorry.
But what do you think about both nights should count?
I like that just because well, that forces the guys
Everybody to
who
race both nights.
scored really good the first day. I know technically you're supposed to race the second day, but
They never
there
do.
seems to be a lot of like, oh, sorry, we had motor problems. We had to pull off the second day. So,
Remember when Hot and Child had motor issues the second day?
right.
Oh, we've all done that. No, I can't say we all, because I haven't.
What are you gonna do?
In a
What are
beef
you
packer
gonna do?
car.
No.
They had motor issues.
All right. Night one.
Chargers
Done.
are trying to score here and put this game in.
I know.
overtime.
Let's finish watching this game and get off this.
And can you
Facebook
believe
thing.
that they put us up against Monday Night Football?
Shark Tales?
The network put us up against.
Is,
Monday Night
is the
Football.
Manning cast going on right now? Because we haven't been.
We are
watching
the
the Manning
Manning
cast.
cast. You want me to put the Manning cast?
You
on?
guys should have been commentating the football game. That would have been funny.
Okay, we're gonna commentate this one play. He's running. This guy's running around. Now they're gonna.
Oh,
run-
fake handoff.
Caleb Henry just threw a touchdown.
Caleb Henry.
You don't. That's we call the Chargers quarterback Caleb Henry because he looks like Caleb Henry.
Oh, why is that lady freaked out? Interesting.
Caleb Henry, number 3, actually. Justin Herbert's number 10. But yeah, that's one of my nicknames.
I thought you said Caleb Montgomery.
Oh yeah, Caleb Montgomery.
Oh.
I had too many of these
Thank
goddamn
God,
things.
I was so
I was like, wait a
confused.
minute.
Caleb Montgomery looks like the Chargers quarterback, Justin Herbert. Okay, turn it off, Lisa, and we're gonna go back to Monday Night Football.
And drinking.
No.